But we'll see how we go. So like I saw this first game, I wasn't really paying attention. I was more just like, had it on the side monitor here while I was doing other stuff. So it'd be interesting to see how it goes. I know it was Regidrago versus Charizard. In fact, I know it was. Player on the left was Charizard. And I think it's Mochizard as well, which is kind of cool. And then, it's Robin Schulz, isn't it? Robin Schulz is on Regidrago. And then I saw the start of game round 2, and I was like, ooh, interesting. And I was like, no spoilers. I jumped off straight away because I actually wanted to watch these like live and react live with everybody. So, but yeah, if we feel like the pace of the game is a bit slow as well, I'm open to like speeding things up a little bit as well, because you know, Pokemon isn't the most visually stimulating game. Let's be honest. So, Dragapult prized for Robin, which is probably fine. They should be running 2. The Mew being prized might be a little bit more awkward, same with the Ogerpon, but you can get away with 2 quite happily. That Charmeleon being prized kinda sucks. And 1 Pidgeot, but there'll be 2 Pidgeots, so honestly, prizes are absolutely fine. I've definitely seen worse. Me, every time I mention prizes. Oh, do you remember the time I prized 3 Jolteon Vs? Hello, Murdo. How's it going, bud? Hope you're well. Hey, Murdo, I didn't know if you mentioned, if you were referencing, like, actually coming to watch the stream with us, or, like, jumping on commentary. I'm ready for every stream being Drago, as it was something like 25% day 1. No spoilers. But yeah, the meta was kind of ridiculous. We can definitely talk about that if you want. I believe it's 24.7 or 9 or something like that percent. Charizard, sorry, Regidrago, which is insane. Because, like, I don't know if you guys watch a lot of podcasts or listen to a lot of podcasts and stuff on Pokemon, but, like, I watch them all, listen to them all, even though I don't, like, necessarily like all of them. It's just nice to have the noise at work. And everyone was like, oh, no, Regidrago is not going to be, like, more than 20% maybe, and that's at a push. And it's, like, 25%. You're like, brother. I'm going to move the webcam, by the way. I think bottom left might be quite safe. Let me just get things moved so you guys can see everything. Actually, I don't think anywhere is safe. Let me just be Robin Schultz's Regidrago here. There we go. We don't need the name. We can see everything else going on. That should be fine. Should be fine. In NAIC, I prized 3 Fusion Strike NG along with 1 DTE. That's brutal. And he still won, I imagine, because you're playing Mew. I can co-host if you want. Do you need me to be on cams? You don't need to be on cams at all, mate. I'm not going to mess about setting that up now. That's what we would have done a while back. If you want to jump on co-stream, just tell me, and I'll get you in. New overlay is nice, to be honest. It is, but it's like, I don't know where to put myself. Good, I'm not wearing pants. But I'm not wearing pants in this economy. But yeah, I like the new overlay. We can definitely talk about that. New overlay is kind of cool, but it's kind of weird, and you've just seen it there. You've got like the bench all on the side here, but then the cards being used slide over them, and it's like. Also, don't like no face cam. No face cam feels a bit weird too. It might just be me though. But yeah, it's good. Anyway, let's do some proper commentary, shall we? Robin Schulz attach pass. It's always good, but we've got to discard the Kyurem, which is always nice. And honestly. The turn 1 can be kind of like this. As long as the turn 2 is a pop-off, you're okay. I think Bastien's kicking off well as well. 2 Charmander. Rotom's in the active. Like I said, do we see a Pidgeot as well? We do. That's pretty good. We like that. Yeah, don't go no face cam. It'll be a challenge for you to not pick your nose on stream. I mean, I don't pick my nose on stream generally. If I do, I just lean away. You know how, Chocolate Rain, there's like the subtitles of Chocolate Rain is like, I move away to breathe. I move away to pick my nose. I flick it at a cat. I don't, by the way. Please don't clip that out of context. Good, I'm not wearing pants. Honestly based. I mean, it's just a better viewing experience, right? Nobody wants to see me picking noses. Brushing beard, yes. Everyone likes to see that I'm thinking. Manaphy down to protect against a Kyurem. And G attached. Oh, we're going straight retreat into Manaphy. I get why you wouldn't want Rotom in the active, because Regidrago goes pretty hard. I was gonna say, is Manaphy safer in the active? Because you can't hit it with the Holucho. I don't know. I think I don't know. I feel like leaving the Rotom in the active isn't the worst thing in the world. I know you get 2 prizes down, but that's not the worst thing in the world for Charizard because you want the damage build up. Should I call you? Murdo, I apologize. Let me just shoot you a message now, buddy. Also, if you need to sync up, let me know. Hello, my favorite German. How's it going?
Yeah, pretty good.
Nope, all right.
I woke up like half an hour ago.
Nice. Cool. I've been awake for 5 hours already.
And I was like, I think I watched the stream until like 2 a.m. So that's good.
You're a fool. I'm honestly surprised there was no warning for that deck slip up. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, wasn't it? But I imagine nothing unreversible happened there, so I think it was okay. We got Pheasant Skibbity, which is fine, but like it's not going to do a whole lot right this second. Murdo, how do you feel about the Rotom retreat into Manaphy?
Yeah, I think I'm trying to think about it because like, I don't think you want to lose the Charmanders. I think that makes sense. I guess Rotom still does have a lot of usability because of you can also still use the for Seal Stone. Maybe his hand isn't that great, so maybe he wants to keep that option in the hand in the back also for the draw because obviously his board isn't great. Manaphy is going to be kind of useless, so I think this is the best option you have.
I feel like putting Manaphy straight to the active when you've seen Kyurem go down already, though, kind of sucks because you're just opening the board wipe option much better. Because like now there's no need, you don't need to prime catcher or boss or anything. You just go and find Canceling Clone, Kyurem, and then wipe the board basically. Like I'd thought the smarter play there, maybe not leaving Rotom because. Yeah, I get it. But, like, at the same time, Rotom going down, depending on the hand, isn't the worst thing in the world, because that puts you on 240 damage, plus the Binding Mochi puts you on 280, which is a return knockout on the Regidrago. Alright, good.
Sorry. Yeah. I don't know. There's, like, I think any way you slice it, it's kind of bad. Like, going down 2 prices is kind of bad. Going up, like, having a potential Kyurem board wipe's kind of bad. Really bad. I mean, I would argue the Rotom knockout is easier to do than the Kyurem. I mean, you need the item, which is going to be hard to find, because it's a 1-off, 2-off, 1-off?
I think 1-off. What are you talking about? The Binding Mochi?
No, the Canceling Cologne in Drago.
As far as I know, we're running it as a 1-off.
Yeah. So, I think it's better to take the gamble that he just either doesn't play it or doesn't have it for this turn. Like in turn 2, getting the Cologne in this deck is going to be kind of difficult because...
It's really not, though. Like, you can see 14 cards almost on demand with this deck. Like, it's a weird one.
But also, I guess he saw that the Drago doesn't have any, like, Ogerpon's down, you don't have much draw, so... And he survived it, so...
Yeah, he got away with it. That's fine. Clones in Robin's hand. Okay, I've not been watching the hands well enough. Are you not scared for the clone and you lose both Manda? Yeah, that's what I'm asking, right? It's like, to me, I don't want to make my opponent's job easier, and if I'm going to make, like, a tactical sacrifice, I think losing... Again, we don't know the hand that well, but I think losing the Rotom to enable that 280 return, while there's not a lot going on the bench, kind of goes hard.
I get what you mean, yeah.
And then, worst comes to worst, I think you just sacrifice Charmander, like, if you don't want to do either of those things.
But then it's also a tricky one, like, if you are very much in the mode, oh, I can't get to anything without having the Forest Seal Stone on Rotom, which looks like it's the case because he's now getting it.
Yeah.
it's a really weird one.
But that's why I think you find sacrificing a Charmander, because you run 4, you can put another one down, you don't need to evolve all of them straight away. And you keep the Manaphy safe as well. The 70 HP Bidoof is so questionable.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
I get it, because theoretically you're running Manaphy, so the bench protection's there for it anyway, and it protects against Dragapult, but they're running Hawlucha. So it's like, I'd rather have the built-in defense, I think, but also I wouldn't run Bidoof at the moment.
I mean, it
makes more sense in this version, to be fair.
For me, it's less about the bench barrier and more about I think the 78 HP Bidoof has the 2 retreat, which is kind of bad for Zard.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, alone. Marius also played like he played a 1-1 split with the Bidoof in his Chipao deck.
Cancelling Clone is in hand for Robin, by the way.
Yeah, that's a bit rough.
And the energy.
But Fabian looks like Bastien, sorry, seems to be getting away with it because he has the
well, he's not taking a KO this turn.
Yep.
And Robin has everything to do 3 KOs in. I'd assume you'd go Charmander, Pidgey, Bidoof, and just leave the Manaphy. It's like a pain in the ass, basically. Like, that's not.
I wonder if you're even going for the Curum here if the sport at the sport state, because then you take 3 press cards, but then you are just absolutely open.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot else in the hand that I could see that was decent.
Yeah, I saw
research.
Yeah.
So attach, cancelling clone, research is probably the player. Although you're losing some good resources there.
It's not much going on.
Go for a Dragapult maybe here? One thing I'd love to see, knowing we've got so many Regidragos, is like a visual for like what dragons are in the discard.
Yeah.
I assume you use the cancelling rather than just researching it away. Ultra Ball, 1 Ogerpon. God, the hands don't. I mean, the vessel actually saves it a little bit. The hands don't look fantastic. Hey, Callum, bud. Welcome.
Hello. It is really wild to me that I think if Dragapult didn't exist, this deck wouldn't be good.
No, it's why you run 2 Dragapult. It is the backbone of the deck.
Yeah, and it's also why you don't play straight Dragapult anymore.
I mean,
because this almost does it better.
I feel like I've had way more fun playing Dragapult, but I get it.
Oh, I'm not saying it's not more fun, but like this is better.
Yeah.
Also, I am very much now. Like, I was trying to play down how good Dragapult is, and I don't think it's like Lugia Silver Tempest amounts of good at the moment, but boy howdy, it's quite crazy.
I was gonna say the meta share would disagree with you.
I mean, we had like close to 50% Lugia Silver Tempest.
I mean, we had that with Palkia in Australian regionals as well, which is always funny.
Yeah.
Disturbing lack of power this year. That's because power is not good in the current format. We had a friend of ours who went. Hi, Beans. We had a friend of ours who went in with Champao.
Yep.
He did okay, didn't he? I haven't checked any scorelines. I'm trying to keep myself spoiler free.
Do you want me to tell you how he did?
No, we'll talk about that later, maybe. Right. I know Jared still played it as well, so.
Yeah, Jared played it. Marius played it. A couple of stranglers, but not many. Isn't that what you say? Like odd, like a few stragglers? Is that the word?
I just say randoms personally, but like people we don't know. Stragglers are people that like lagging behind or something.
Oh. Oh, so Robin just attacked with the Gudra. That's interesting. So now the Drago's going to be out of range for the KO for the return. So that's cool.
Was it on prizes? He is in. Oh no, yeah, the Mochi would make the difference.
Does he even play the poison variant? Have we?
Yes, I've watched this game already. I was paying loose attention. It is the Mochi's odd build.
Right.
You don't have room for Bidoof in the Dusk build.
Fair enough. But yeah, to get back to Pow for a hot second, I was like one of Pow's strongest soldiers, and it's just not great at the current format.
I know it's not a great meta, but I don't know what to play till next set. I mean, if it was just Zod and God of War, you wouldn't be too bad, but it's like everything else just kind of eats it alive at the moment.
I will say, if you don't have anything going on, you could play a worse deck. Definitely. I feel like you can like go okay in the cup with it if you get a bit lucky. The problem for me, what I'm realizing at the moment is that decks are getting really compact. In the meaning of you have like all the top decks have a lot of space for like to be able to play techs and all that kind of stuff, and just POW just is too tight for that kind of stuff.
Can't catch on the bench with Drago, so it's going to be knocked out this turn.
Yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense because you're not going to get a knockout on the active because of the Gudra attack, and Charizard doesn't really have a way, like half damaging something doesn't really make sense for Zard because you don't have anything to finish off.
Yeah, it's the thing I have noticed with Charizard. It's like, and it's why I get why the Dusk build is kind of good, because just like half hitting in, you don't really have anything to clean up with. Your Charizard is your attacker, realistically. Like you have those occasional moments where it's like you've just got it's 30 HP and you can use a Charmander, which feels pretty funny. But like other than that, those situations aren't coming up as much as they used to. I was Sable Sword Soldier for a while, but Kieran said, nah, it's that card just existing, let alone being in like BDIF, is like just so oppressive. It's ridiculous. Like way more than Drapion ever was for Mew, which is funny because people never stopped playing Mew. They just made their deck worse to beat their counters, which is kind of wild.
It's just what I've been saying, that like these top decks at the moment just have just managed to do what they do with like 50 cards, and then they are able to just play techs around their bad matchups.
Like on a Raging Bolt.
The fact that that you can play like Dusknoir like 5 slots in Zard and be totally fine on consistency. It's the worst build consistency wise versus the Mochi build, but it's still pretty good. Is ridiculous.
The only reason that is though is because Pheasant Dippy has covered it.
Oh yeah, of course. Like that definitely helps because you can then cut the Bidoof line.
Yeah.
But like it's very much like the problem that a lot of stage 2 decks have at the moment. The only stage 2 deck that pretty much survived this is like Charizard, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because it's just so much space. And Zard is like, if you think about Zard, is so weird because you have 2 stage 2 lines. You have the Bibera line, you have the Pidgeot and Charizard, you have the Mochi build and like stuff like that. There's so much going on, but it's still really, really consistent.
Yeah. It's I'm enjoying watching Robin Schultz's deck list at the moment because it is so similar to like the way I'd build it. And the amount of people that are like, no, Giratina V-Star is better than Raging Bolt. No, you don't put Gudra in anymore. It's like, why? Like, they're genuinely good cards to have in the deck.
Yeah, no, I get why. Like, I think Tina is going to be really, really good in a mirror match. Obviously, because you don't throw that many resources away and you hit that straight 280. But Raging Bolt, God, it's a really weird like trade-off.
It's just better as long as you're running, and Robin is 2 superior energy retrievals. Like, I find that a much more interesting card to use because you're still hitting 280. Granted, you get rid of 4 rather than 2, but you can recover those energy where you can't with the Lost Zone. And then the...
Are we going to attack with Ogerpon here?
Yes, most likely.
So 30 plus 30, right?
It's enough. It's enough.
Oh, to both active.
Yeah. I still
I guess in
the red text by the abilities on the blue looks so much more blurry than the white text on the blue. It's really bizarre. Like, they really need to put like some kind of glow on that.
Drop shadow, or glow, yeah.
Drop shadow, don't think would make it any better. It needs an outline.
I mean, in that instance, I think you almost. Oh, the Raging Bull. Huh.
I wasn't expecting that to be the move, but I suppose the only way to get the Regidrago out of the active was a retreat, so you're using the upper energy anyway.
Yeah, maybe.
That does. I don't know about that.
Now for Robin Schulz, only 2 left to take, but look at the board state. All of those energies to the discard pile.
Yes, that's tough. You got to go Charmander here into the active, and then hope you got a Radiant Charizard to answer Ogerpon. Like, there's not a lot going on here. Ramo Jester, hello,
Yeah,
Fred,
okay.
how's it going?
Okay, yeah, I guess it makes sense to do it this way because then you force your opponent to play a Zardiax down and not a Radiant Zard because Radiant Zard can't answer the Regidrago except
No.
it can. It does 250, right?
It need Defiance Band.
Yeah, exactly. And I would assume you play that in Zard at the moment because it's really, really good.
I don't know what you're cutting in this deck to get the Mochis in.
Oh yeah, the Mochis. Yeah, maybe not then.
This is one of those decks as well that I don't understand. I don't understand the way this guy Bastien's built this because it's running Mochi, but you're also running Jamming Tower.
Right.
Like, that's antithetical. It's like running Temple of Sinnoh in a DTE build of a deck. It doesn't make any sense.
I mean,
Just
if you don't need
turning
it
off your
that
stuff.
bad. Yeah, but you have full control over it, so sometimes it's just better to do, because I think. So if you think about it, right? Like, what do you want to turn off with Jamming Tower? You're thinking the obviously all the disrupting ones, like the hand fan, if you play against a weird deck like that.
Yeah.
And you want to turn off the charms, the bravery charms. And that does plus 50. Mochi does plus 40. So you have a net 10 you gain if you play the tower instead.
Yeah. What? Okay. The Petra
Do you
going down.
do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm assuming the Petra run is... Yeah, the Petra run's down because the Charizard's going to be the plan here, and you can swap it straight in. And that'll knock out the Regidrago, but it's like, if they can power up another Teal Dance, that'll be game. If they've got a switch left, as long as there's 3 NG available, that's doable. In fact, 2 NG available is doable.
Yeah, this was actually really smart by Robin.
Robin's probably got it. In fact, Robin definitely has it.
Yeah, you're forcing your opponent's hand. This was really, really strong.
Yeah. He's definitely got the superior NG retrieval, so he can just pull out 2. Teal Dance is a manual touch game.
Yep.
Assuming it's Charizard going the active, but it's very safe too.
I mean, you kind of have. You don't have to, I guess. The
irony is the smarter play here is knocking out an Ogerpon with the energy.
Yeah, but I don't think Bastien.
I didn't see the ace.
This is a terrible place to be in for Bastien.
There's boss as well. Yeah, if you'd have seen the bless you, if you'd have seen the rare candy, you would have been safe.
Yeah, I think you would go for Ogerpon that.
Chat, do we know the ace spec? I haven't seen it. I saw pink, but I didn't see the ace spec. It'll either be unfair stamp. If it's Prime Cat, no, Prime Cat doesn't do it either. Because you need the rare candy. He's done really well here to force it without.
Yeah, Robin played this really, really smart.
Yeah, really good. It's one of the things I do appreciate about being quite new to the game is I will question plays and then just see how they play out 2 turns later and right, okay, that's actually really smart. It's such a fun way to learn this game.
Yeah, I played against Robin. Let me not lie to you. A few times. Yeah, wow, totally missed it. Yeah, I played against Robin 1 or 2 times, obviously in the German Cup circuit and stuff like that. He is definitely one of those players where you play, where you sit across and you notice that he's just a cut above you. It really much is that aura with him and some players.
He played Arven, but I didn't see what he grabbed off the Arven. Can't have been the rare can do.
I didn't see either. I mean, it might have. Yeah, probably not.
I
mean, if you're on YouTube, you could go back.
I don't want to keep reversing stuff. It's fine.
I mean, it's not that important. I think Robin wins in this turn anyway. Maybe.
How? I mean, Kieran will do it.
No, I'm more thinking of. Wait, does the Mochi thing what's it called, Petrarant? Does
Yep.
that have also a grass weakness or?
Ooh, no, fighting.
Fighting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the things that I said when the Loyal 3 first came out. I was like, oh, the Dark type, they might be weak against grass, which makes Festival anti-Loyal 3, which is really funny. Very thematic. And it's like, oh no, they're all weak to fight. And I'm like, oh, okay. Never mind.
I'm actually really disappointed Pheasantipity isn't electric weakness.
They're all
Lightning.
poison Pokemon, so it makes sense to them
Yeah.
being weak to ground.
But yeah, I was kind of disappointed that it, because Pheasantipity is kind of weird versus all the other support Pokemon because it's so bulky in comparison. Like Squawkabilly and Lumineon and Bidoof in a
Yeah,
way.
there's an extra
in a way,
like 30 health on it that
Yeah,
just
yeah.
keeps it out of range of so much stuff, which I think is absolutely fine. He's
Yeah.
baiting the Charizard. He knows he has it.
I mean, yeah, Robin's pretty much. I think you don't really do anything right now. You just kind of wait.
If you don't do anything, you just get knocked out anyway, surely with the Kyurem.
Yeah,
But
I mean, the
Dragon Ball also cleans up.
Bastien is just in such a bad place because you are pretty much forced, because you're 2 price cuts down, so you have to take a price cut. But like every 2 price cuts you take is terrible.
So watching this
Because it
yesterday and half paying attention, seeing the timer, I was like, oh, it feels like a lot of slow playing going on. It feels more slow for Bastion than does Robin. Like, I'd be scooping here.
It's Prime Catcher, by the way.
Prime Catcher, okay. 25 minutes, I'd absolutely be scooping here.
Yeah, I don't know what Bastien is seeing here as a. I said this a few times yesterday when I watched the stream with my friends, that I was really surprised why sometimes people weren't just scooping to go into game 2.
Yeah, this is a very scoopable situation.
Yeah.
So this keeps the Pidgey alive, stops Dragapult attack, which makes sense.
Yeah. Yep.
He's still 2 price cards off, so as long as... I think Petrant's only 190, if I remember right? Oh, it's there, 190. Yeah, so as long as a boss or a Prime Catcher exists, if there's a Grass Attach plus Teal Mask, you just take the KO on... Well, you take the KO on either of the 2 support Pokemon on the bench. Like, Pidgeot definitely stalls it out, potentially, but like, if a boss or a Prime Catcher exists... Oh, I think you got rid of the Prime Catcher already.
Yeah. I think the only out that Bastien had was Ratzar take out an Ogerpon, hope that Robin doesn't take a 2 prize.
Yeah.
And then clean up a Drago or Ogerpon, whatever survives, whatever's in the active. But then Robin can answer that with a Ratzard of his own, so it's like, ugh.
There's a boss. Raikandu.
It's all kinds of bad right now.
Yeah, do much.
I mean, obviously, it's kind of easy to be here like, oh, you should do this, you should do that. Obviously, these players are much better than us, else they wouldn't be in the position they are.
Some would argue the invite was easy this year, but then some would argue, why didn't I get it and you get it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but also Robin is a current world, not a current, but like
I'm not
a former world champion.
Mate, I'm not questioning Robin's play.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, it was like, it's really funny how that turned around, isn't it? Because in the beginning, when the 500 threshold was announced, people were like, oh, this is gonna be so difficult and shit like that, and then it was like really easy. If you just went to all the tournaments.
See, the dumb thing is, you didn't even need to day 2 a regional to get an invite. Like, that feels... I get
Really?
why... Yeah, you could get enough points based on just, like, not even day 2-ing.
Yeah, I mean, I know personally, like, 2 or 3 players that just went to all kinds of tournaments. I don't think ever day 2 than are now at Worlds.
Yep.
Which just feel a bit bad considering that I missed.
I love the way you questioned that and then immediately went, oh yeah, I've got people that did that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really analyze other people's, like, how they got the invite, but yeah, I think actually now I'm thinking about it. I know 1 or 2 people that actually didn't get a day 2. I don't know if this guy did.
I'm
like
not
another guy I'm thinking about.
analyzing. I'm just saying I know that's possible based on the numbers.
You know who got a day 2 and earned his invite? My friend Marius, because he's awesome.
He did.
To be fair, his season was kind of and the day 2 at Worlds really helped because I think that was like 100 points. But we don't. It's fine. It's whatever.
You mean EYC?
What did I say?
Worlds.
Oh no, yeah, EYC, yeah. he didn't get his points at Worlds.
My man's using Luminion in Wretched Drago. The boldness.
That's interesting.
Bossing game. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, well, if he has changer, yeah, switcher. Yeah.
I don't like what Bastien does here. He's like, he feels like he needs confirmation about a knockout here. I'm like, mate, he could pick any of your cards. He's got knockout on him.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you saw Boss, that's when he starts scooping up. Well, as soon as you see Luminion, that's when he starts scooping it up. It just felt really weird that he didn't want to like accept the loss there.
Yeah, it's something I would definitely see more, like every now and then in like, especially at high level play, that people just don't scoop. I don't understand. Like, you just, especially if you have a matchup that's, I think Zard into Drago isn't great, but like it's one of the like more difficult matchups for Drago.
I think about this at EYC. Like one of the things like I'm very proud of is knowing when to scoop. And the fact that like I ended up winning a 2-1 set against my first round, Giratina, by 5 minutes because I scooped when I knew I needed to, was like one of the weirdest, like proudest moments I've got of like tournament.
Oh yeah, stuff like that working out is like really satisfying.
Like by yourself, those extra couple of minutes. It was something that Azul was talking about as well on a podcast. It's like if you're like, I'm trying to remember what he said exactly, but it was something like if you're 90-10 in a matchup. And you're 90-10 to win this game, but it's not looking like it's going your way. Like, sorry, in the matchup, it's 90-10, but it doesn't look like you're winning for whatever reason. Why would you waste another 3 minutes in this game that you're going to lose when you could go 90-10 into with 3 minutes into another game and take that win instead?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think Zard has a pretty fine matchup into Dragapult. Not Dragapult, Regidrago. So you should like just chalk this up as a loss. And then just take all the time you can have, because it's not a fast matchup, so you need the time. But if you have the time, you can definitely do a 2-1, like a reverse
I don't
sweep.
think Charizard has a good matchup into Dragapult at all.
Oh, no, but it's not like, it's not Lugia into Iron Thorns levels of awful. That's what I'm saying.
No, but
like,
nothing is. That's a pure counter, and you know that's completely different.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But no, what I'm saying is, as a Zard player, there is a chance, but you need the time to pull it off.
The crazy thing is, like, the Mochi build, and arguably the Dust build, wants to go first, because you can at least then pull off the combination that lets you knock out a Regidrago turn 1, or turn 2, sorry. But if you let the Regidrago go first and get set up, they could just board wipe you, and it's ridiculous. But you never want to start first as Charizard because you want the support use. It's so weird.
Oh yeah.
Like,
It's
like going in blind. 9 times out of 10, you want to go second as Charizard. But I think this is one of the matchups. I think any V-Star, to be honest, it's one of those matchups where you just chance going first because you're not. I don't think any V-Star deck is really capable of donking.
Yeah, definitely not. Nah, I don't think so. I mean, I guess you could Ogerpon, like really weird Ogerpon with two energy switches. You can. Oh no, you only need one actually. Yeah, you can donk actually. Ogerpon, ability, hand attach, and one energy switch with a second Ogerpon.
Yeah, you still need all that though. And I said V-Star specifically, not EXs.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Regidrago itself can't do it, but God.
But yes, you are right.
Yeah,
Ogerpon would be capable.
It's one of the. I think if you have a deck that is good at going first, or like doesn't really mind either way, that's just a really important part, like in itself, in the moment. Because you have a lot of decks that want to go second.
Are you watching the deck search? There's like 3 research in a row in the deck.
Yeah, I saw that. But yeah, it's also why I kept holding on to power a bit, because I think just having a deck that's strong going first is quite powerful in itself at the moment, because a lot of decks aren't. That's why I'm now jumping onto Lugia, because it's also pretty good going first.
Yeah.
And Drago obviously also is pretty good at going first. Raging Bolt, I think, wants to go second, but you don't really mind going first. I think that's fine.
Let's go for the research here.
Or would you agree with my assessment of Raging Bolt, wanting to go second, but you could go first?
Bolt would be fine going first, and it would take a lot to donk anything. In the mirror, obviously you want to go second because you're getting the first knockout. But to be honest, I think any big basic, as a general rule, 99% of the time you want to go second because you know you're capable of that turn one knockout.
Oh yeah, of course.
So we've seen a Regidrago V-Star hitting the bench, hitting the discard already. And they are a nightmare to recover unless he's running Rescue Carrier, not Rescue Carrier, Nightly Stretcher, which I haven't seen. Let's cure him. Squawkabilly.
I would be surprised if there isn't like a one-off Night Stretcher because it's just a really good card.
Yeah, there should be because it's so easy to throw away V-Star stuff.
Yeah, and also just being able to just get an energy, honestly. It's also really nice.
It's why I liked having the Super Rod in the deck, but it just didn't feel good.
Or also being able to get the Radiant Zard back is also really good.
Yes. Yeah.
I think there's definitely arguments to play Night Stretcher in this, but
if it wasn't for perfect hand. If it wasn't for Kyurem, Sablezard would go so hard at the moment with Rescue Carrier. Nightly Stretcher, goddamn. Okay, what we got? Nest Ball, Oven Vessel, Regidrago V, Ultra Ball, Grass NG, Iono. It's not bad. So you gotta go Ogerpon here.
Yeah, pretty solid.
It's not a bad looking hand at all.
The fact that Robin had to again throw away his catcher immediately is kind of bad, but
he used it, to be fair.
Yeah, but like not really that effectively.
I mean, putting the Rotom into the active isn't the worst thing in the world. Forcing the retreat.
Oh, definitely not. No. Hello, Caster.
Hey, Caster, how's it going?
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not like he wasted it, but it always hurts having to use it like without that much of it, like without getting the knockout as a return. Basically.
The nice thing is you can recover it at least.
Yeah, that's true. You still have the V-Star, which is also ridiculous now. Like now with ace specs in the game and all these powerful one-off cards, it's just so powerful.
You talk about things that like this deck could be dead without. That V-Star power is like the other thing that makes this deck amazing. Like I think if you chose between dropping the V-Star or dropping Dragapult, you'd drop Dragapult in a heartbeat.
I still think Dragapult's the best part of the deck.
Not anymore. Not with Kyurem.
I mean, like the V-Star gives it a lot of consistency, which is obviously really, really good, but I still think Dragapult is just so powerful.
So if you couldn't use the V-Star or couldn't use Dragapult, you wouldn't use the V-Star?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's my Haxorus believers at? I'm here, but I'm not playing Regidrago at the moment.
Yeah, I think Haxorus is... Haxorus is a weird one because you're playing it pretty much only for Lugia. And then the Mist Energy stops it as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, you'd have to build a Temple or Hammer package into the deck as well, along with the Haxorus to make it work.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's worth it because, like, yeah, you get a knockout on Lugia, but obviously on the small ones, on the rats, you don't want to use you don't really want to use Haxorus, so
this is the play. You run Haxorus, you run Temple of Sinnoh, you run Mist Energy, and you run Chorus, the new Chorus. You never find the Mist. You never find the Gift Energy because it's always prized because you got a one of. And then you find the Temple, you turn it off, use the Haxorus, take a knockout on the Lugia, knockout on the Iron Hands, etc., etc. And then sometimes you find the Gift Energy, you attach it and go, hell yeah, dude, we're winning. Somebody gets knocked out and it's like, oh, awesome, Gift Energy. And then you go, no, your own Temple's in play and you've just ruined your entire game plan. That's how you play, I think.
Oh yeah. And then you put your left foot out.
Remember earlier how I was talking about like binding Mochi alongside Jamming Tower doesn't make sense? That also doesn't make sense, running Temple and a special energy. Imagine Lugia just whipping out the Temple of Sinnoh and going, and what?
So here, like, it's weird because yeah, he swings for 180. It's like, I guess Mochi with Petron would have done it to get to 220, but yeah, he just didn't have the bench space for it.
That's the thing, you've got to like make the bench work for that kind of game plan.
Yeah, I think that's like one of the problems Zard now faces because it has so many different support things. And obviously you want to your Zards, your Mandas and stuff like that.
Let me tell you about a little card coming out soon called Area Zero Under Depths.
I think I heard of it.
Charizard,
Ooh,
right? That bench, she gets 3 more spaces.
I wonder if, depending on how strong this turn is, you could argue for a Kyurem attack and just wipe them 2 Mandas and...
Have we seen a Kyurem hit the discard yet?
Not sure.
Oh, we're about to find out. Was there only a Drago? Was there any other dragons? You got rid of a Pult, I'm sure you did.
Yeah, I think so.
A Pult goes crazy here as well, because you've got Rhythm Knockout
yeah,
and
got
damage
this.
spread.
Oh yeah.
You could hold
there's a Manda with 60. No, there's
both 70.
I'm a liar.
Okay, we're not whole Luturing, okay.
You could damage. You could just damage onto the Zard to weaken it a bit. Not the worst.
If realistically, it's either going to be a Teal Mask Ogerpon knockout on the Charizard, or you need to find Raging Bolt if you're going to take a KO here. Gudra's also an option, but I don't think it survives. 100 damage? No, it's clean 280 then.
Yeah.
So you need a Raging Bolt or a Ogerpon attack.
Oh, here comes the Iono.
Prime Catcher could be recovered.
Yeah, true. Can still get that back.
That's a handful of nothing. The invest, I suppose. You could definitely get Teal Mask going.
Yeah.
In fact, yeah, of course you could.
Still have a hand attached to
like,
I'm pretty sure.
I do this every time I play. I look at something and go, this is trash. I take 2 seconds to go, no, wait.
The world is mine oyster.
The world is my mollusk of choice.
Ooh, what is your mollusk of choice?
It's still an oyster, but I want to let people know that I chose that, and not just because of the phrasings.
Ooh, fancy pants.
I'm a big muscle guy. MUSSEL.
Muscle.
There's your Pult. There's your Gudra. That's,
Ooh.
I'd be recovering that V-Star. Because he's got 2 in there now.
Yeah, until the last card, that was a pretty good.
Yeah, it was really good.
This card. The retrieval kind of hurts, I guess.
You got to have the catcher.
Gots to.
I mean, if he's running Night Stretcher, then yeah, not going for a V-Star here is absolutely fine. If he isn't, because I've not seen one still, it's not the way I'd go. Also, I really enjoy the fact that Robin has Dragon Shield card market shirt on, but he doesn't have anything to do with Limitless on there.
Is it the one where they... Yeah, it's interesting that they wouldn't... like, he has all the sponsorship, but he doesn't have the Limitless logo.
It's his damn company.
Mm-hmm.
Prime Catcher Spirit Engine Retrieval makes a lot of sense if you're a Raging Bolt believer.
You make me a believer.
Yeah, I do wonder which way you go on the attack here. If you've got the Bolt play, we go for the Ogerpon play.
It's a bold play, Cotton.
With manual attack straight. Okay, so go for the Drag Bolt.
How much?
Because there's no mana for you.
Yeah, I think you could.
Because you're losing that Regidrago anyway, theoretically.
But I don't think he is. He has to cure him into this card, does he?
Yeah, no cure him. Jam Tower. Perfect for
Jam
the
that
Crumpets.
tower.
KOs. Sign up for the Radiant Charizard. Nice. I like that. And then you go 1/1/1, surely.
Yeah, I think so.
I like the audacity of Robin to place the counters for him.
Yeah.
I hate when people do that to me, but I get why you do it.
I don't mind. I think that's fine.
But no, don't touch my cards, okay?
I don't. I'm just putting dice on top of them.
You got sticky fingers. I've seen you eating McDonald's fries. Like, don't get your grease all over my cards.
Have you?
I'm not sleeving my cards, Murdo. Be respectful. Wash your hands.
Hey, Liam, I don't use my hands for the fries. It's fine.
Wait, what? Language barrier.
I go face first, baby.
No, you don't understand. They're both Europeans, so they speak the same language.
Oh yeah, it's true.
That's what the Americans think, anyway. God, I can't tell you how annoyed I was getting yesterday, by the way, listening to this commentary and hearing the Boo and Kyle constantly going about how all these cards are called something different because they're from Europe. My brother in Christ, Britain's in Europe. We're using the same language. Well, it's not pepper for us.
It is so funny to say that. Like, I love it when British people say, "Oh, in Europe,"
Yeah,
as like you're not part of Europe.
It's weird. We weirdly distance ourselves, and I don't understand it at all.
It's so weird.
Actually, no, I'll correct myself. I do understand it, and it's stupid as to why we do it. Le Pepper. Morning, gentlemen. Hello, Piano Fish. How's it going? Are we about to see a Super Bonbon? I got so confused, like, half paying attention to this yesterday, because I saw the bunny emoji go down, then the pet trunk get chucked, and I was like, wait, what? Showed you need that, no? And then jamming tower, and I was like, oh, right, okay, cool. I do like the stadium thing at the top, by the way, as well.
Yeah. No, this graphic thing is really, really cool. I do hope we see that, like, at regionals. I'm not sure if we will, but it's very cool.
I mean, every time they've done, like, a graphical UI update, they've kind of applied it across the board, so...
Okay, so he goes for the knockout on the pawn, which is interesting.
Makes sense, it's more threatening.
Yeah.
As of right now, it's more threatening. Like, there's no Raging Bolt, there's no Kyurem.
Yeah. You are not wrong.
I know, I'm really smart.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Run.
Yeah, I don't think that.
It gives you the option to retreat, swap things around later if the Pidgeot isn't inactive. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, you can also still use the ability to get the Zard active if you need to.
I just said that.
Yes. Obviously, Mochi won't be active for a bit. But also, I assume that Bastien also plays like some sort of stadium bump, except for... I know he plays
I've only seen Jamming
Tower himself. What?
I think it's only Jamming Tower.
That would be interesting.
This is a vacuum I've not seen.
There's probably some.
Okay, now you go for the baller play. You go 3 energy switch onto the Mew. And then realize, oh wait, the prize cards don't make sense.
Also, Mew isn't grass.
But you can hit for 330 when Bastion's on 5 prize cards.
But he isn't.
Hey, that's what I just said. Then realize the prize maths doesn't work out.
I love prize
My brother's not listening at all.
Oh, dude, I am still a bit asleep.
It's like having both you and Kaya in the room.
What? How does that work?
I say, Kyurem! I say words, and like they get repeated back to me like a sentence later.
Yeah, because your words are so cool, we have to say them twice.
I don't like it.
Hi, James.
I'm uncomfy.
Say hello to your chat, you.
I said hi already. You're the only... Again, you weren't listening. I said hi already.
Whoops.
God damn. My haters are numerous.
Somebody has to be.
So we still haven't seen any semblance of a rescue. Night Stretcher. I think that might be the only V-Star available.
I would assume that there may be like a. There's definitely something like a Rod or anything.
I don't know. We haven't seen it. I mean, Rod isn't generally run in Drago.
Is it not?
Nope. He's gone double superior energy retrieval because he's running the Raging Bolt build.
Right.
We feel ignored and sad. I mean, if you've said anything, I'd respond to it. I said hi to everybody. I say hi as you come in, guys. Literally, it's a high five at the door, you know what I mean?
Okay, so I thought he might go for the boss onto Pidgeot, but that's not.
Doesn't need to.
So I guess we're just taking out the Zard with the Ogerpon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think that's just the best thing you can do. Just taking out the big bad.
You got the cleanup on Isle Pidgeot with the Radiant Charizard. If they ignore the Radiant Charizard and go for the if they ignore the Ogerpon, that can return damage, but it's not going to do anything massive. The Regidrago also needs dealing with. Like, at this point, Bastien's in checkmate.
Yeah, now that I see like how fast this can go, I think that maybe this is just a bad matchup for Zard, honestly.
Yeah, it is.
You might be better. I think the Dusknoir build might be a bit better, but hard to say.
Don't think it makes a difference.
Enough.
I think actually I'll correct myself. I think the Mochi build makes more sense in the early game. I think the Dusk build makes more sense in the late game.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is the 13 and the 5 don't really make up the maths that Charizard would be missing for knockouts. Because to make Dusknoir relevant, Dusclops relevant, you'd already need to be doing 240 damage. So you do 5 damage, you'd need to see one prize card gone. They take another, that puts them on 240, that's 290 for a Regidrago V-Star knockout. By the same token, they're probably not taking a single prize. So the 5 damage counters then doesn't make a difference, because either they're board wiping you with Kyurem, and you're doing enough damage anyway. Well, I know you're doing 270, aren't you? So not quite enough damage maybe, but Defiance Band does fix that maths. I don't know, there's numbers that don't make enough sense, I think, with Charizard and Dusk at times. But I think the prize manipulation is a lot better once we hit Stellar Crown. Because you're not necessarily looking for the numbers, you're looking for the numbers to hit 3 prize cards off a 2-prizer. I think all that I said made sense there, chat. I'm not sure.
Chat, does this make sense?
Do you know what I mean, chat? But yeah, the Regidrago has Kyurem right now because there's no Manaphy in play, and I don't know if it's been prized or not. I didn't see the prizes. The Radiant Charizard is knocked out the Pidgeot. A Charizard coming up gets knocked out by either Ogerpon or Regidrago with Regibolt. There's enough energy available. It's going to be interesting to see how this closes out. I think we're on time now. Yeah, we're on time. Big lad on the right is just double checking. He's just looking at his watch.
Oh, he's a judge now, like around my place.
Cool.
The guy on the right. I know him really well. Yes, they're at my house.
He's literally got game by just retreating and Kyureming it up right now.
Yeah. True. Kyurem's game.
Robin, what are we thinking, buddy? You've got game.
Maybe he doesn't see that.
How do you not see that?
Blind.
Kyurem exists. You just knock out the Charmeleon and the...
Oh, is it the bench barrier Charmeleon?
It doesn't have bench barrier. Why do people keep thinking that?
No, but the ability that...
It blocks effects. It doesn't block damage from attacks.
Sorry.
Everybody says that it's so annoying. Everybody does this. I don't understand why.
Yeah, calm down.
It's annoying, Murdo. It's like nobody pays attention. Nobody reads cards. He literally has game. I don't understand why he's not going for it.
Sometimes you just don't see it. It's fine.
How? But this one's really... This isn't a...
You sit up there and you play, alright?
Okay, this isn't a 5-move combo. This is a retreat and attack. I can see missing a 5-move combo Murder, but it's one attack.
Fine, he'll pull boss and
take
out the
God.
Pidgeot. There you go.
Playing like me in a Limitless tournament. Jesus, that's so... Like, just go for the cure? I don't understand. That's really annoying. Everybody doesn't know how things work. Source 5 minutes on Reddit. My brother in Christ, he's at the World Championships with a deck. He knows his deck inside out. It's a clean 110 on both. The Bidoof already had 10 damage on it.